For a little CO2 air pistol, this thing packs a right punch, especially in .25, which this AirForceOne trophy CO2 powered pistol is in. Hi guys, this is RACKNLOAD, and this thing is pretty cool. Primarily a target pistol. That's pretty much what it's aimed at. Target shooters. Well, not aimed at, but you know what I mean. Got the palm shelf on the stock or on the pistol grip, and it looks like a target pistol. But this thing, it'd be ideal as a dispatch gun or a little rat buster, close-up vermin control, pest control. Ideal, especially in this heavy .25, .25 caliber. So let me just show you the box first. So it's the AirForceOne trophy. This is the box, pretty cool box in a bit of a pistol shape. Up to 5.5 foot-pounds of energy, so just under the UK legal limit before you need a firearms license for it. Yeah, I know, crap laws here in the UK. But this thing really is pretty cool. I've had some good fun with this, just plinking away in the back garden. The footage that you've seen at the start of the video, I was shooting at 10 metres. I didn't have the best pellets, to be honest. I think I was using Rhino .25 pellets. Not the best, a little inconsistent, and it was a bit windy. Yeah, listen, I'm making my excuses. But using open sights as well. I've done a bit of freehand shooting, a bit of shooting off the bench. And yeah, you know, it's not exactly, I'd say, in the 25 anyway, the one that I had on test, this one here, not sort of competition accurate, but I'm sure the 177, possibly the .22 would be a lot more accurate than this one. But given the choice, for what I'd want to use it for, mainly a bit of a pest control gun more than a target gun, I'd go for this 25 because it is a right little hand cannon. You know, considering it's just using your 12 gram CO2 capsules. But I'll tell you more about that in a minute. So first of all, anyway, let's have a look at the box. So this is it. Pretty cool box in the pistol shape, like I said. Got some of the specs on there. Tells you how to, you know, put can't speak. Put your CO2 cartridge in and how to load it. So it's got pretty much the instructions actually on the box. And then you've got one there with a pistol scope, which looks pretty cool. I was just using open sights with it. So that's the box. Obviously, that's the insert for the box. Nothing exciting. But this is it then, guys. So, what have you got then with this gun? Well, first of all, you've got a nice beach palm shelved pistol grip, and it's ambidextrous as well. 210mm long barrel, and the overall weight of this gun is 888 grams, so just under a kilo. But it really is pretty cool. At first, when I first seen this gun, I thought, oh, that's pre-charged, but it's not. It just takes 12 gram cartridges that just drop in there. But what a cool little gun. All metal as well. And it really is quite well made. I was quite impressed with it. And you've got all the markings on there. 6.35mm or .25. Cool little gun. And it's so comfortable in the hand as well. Really comfortable. So, let's tell you more about this stock then, or pistol grip. Nice chunk of wood, it's beech. It's got pressed checkering not overly sharp checkering, but you know, it does the job. It offers a bit of grip, but it really does sit in my hands anyway. I mean, I haven't got massive hands, but I ain't got small hands, but it fits just nice. Feels really comfortable in the hand. And it does sweep round nicely over the top of your hand as well, and nice and thick, quite chunky. A real nice pistol grip, and it's got the trophy T marking there on either side. Real nice grip, nice lines to it, the way it sort of flows. And then it really is a simple gun, just a simple bolt action. Again, everything's metal here. You just pull the bolt back and that's it, cocked. And then you've got bags of room there to drop your pellet in, and then just push the bolt forward, drop it down, and that's it. You're good to go. There's no safety catch on this pistol, so bear that in mind. I'll just fire this in a safe direction. And then you've got a total free floating barrel, 210mm, bit of a weight, barrel weight on the end of it, and you've got a fixed post front sight. You can take that off. Well, actually looking at it, you can adjust it by the looks of it. You just sort of drift it across if you need to. And then your rear sight is fully adjustable. Proper sort of target blade there. You've also got quite a bit of rail here as well, so if you choose to get rid of the sight, you can drop a scope on, like on the box here, so that'll look cool, and it will give you a bit more accuracy, a bit more range. Well, sort of shootable range as far as what you can see, basically. But just a cool little gun, guys. Really is cool, and it's quite economical to use as well. I mean, this 25 caliber, and it is a heavy caliber, I was getting around 50 full power shots from this air pistol before I noticed them starting to drop off. So 50 shots out of one 12 gram CO2 bulb in 0.25, that is really good, really good. But just a cool little gun. This one is on loan, of course. I think if I had one of these, well, to be honest, I'm tempted to get one. I'd drop a scope on it without doubt, and it's just an ideal gun to have with you around the farmyard. You know, if you happen to see a rat, get up a bit close and personal with this thing. Ideal, absolutely ideal. And when it's chucking out 5.5 foot-pounds of energy as well, you know, in that .25 caliber, it's packing a right little punch. The trigger is not bad. It's non-adjustable though, which might annoy people. It'd be nice if it was adjustable, but it's fairly simple. It's like a metal blade, fairly simple really. And then you've got a metal trigger guard there as well. In fact, let's give the trigger a pull. I'll just cock it and we'll give it a measure. Okay. So 2 pounds, 7.4 ounces. So, you know, it's not bad. It's not bad. The manual is pretty basic. It's just one sheet, but it tells you everything you really need to know. gives you all your general sort of warnings, and then tells you a bit of the specifications of the different calibers. And then you've got a nice diagram there, how to load up the CO2 cartridge. Tells you everything you really need to know. How to load the pellet. Fairly simple, fairly straightforward, but the gun itself is fairly simple and straightforward to use. So that's the manual. It really is a simple gun though, the way this thing is put together. Very reliable, I had no problems with it at all. Dead easy to load, like I said, just cocking it like that, dropping your pellet in. Again, plenty of room to get your pellet in there. Just have a look down the barrel while that's open. You see the rifle barrel. Now this thing is pretty much run out of air now, so I'll just show you how you load your CO2 bulb. Just undo this end cap here, just nice and slowly. There we go. Let's release the pressure. We're in a lot in there, to be honest. Now that's all metal as well, that feels good quality. And then you just tip the pistol forward then, and the CO2 bulb will just slide out like that. Pretty cool. Only takes one of these 12-gram CO2 cartridges, and like I said, with this 25 cal version I was getting 50 good powered shots out of that before I noticed them starting to drop off. But that's it really for gassing this gun up. Like I said, opposite of what I've just done. Get your new cartridge, drop that in, and then it's literally just put the end cap in and just screw it up until you'll hear it sort of hiss, and then you're good to go. It is that simple. But what a great little pest control gun. That is really what I'd use this thing for. It'd be pretty good for sort of field targets, you know, bit of blatting and field targets, general plinking, but a great little ratting gun, definitely, I reckon. As long as you can get sort of close up and personal to him, if you're like in a barn or something, this thing will be ideal. And that knockdown power of the .25 pellet, devastating on rats. So that's it guys, that's a short review then of the AirForceOne trophy. A very simple gun, not much to talk about really. A very simple air pistol, but a very effective air pistol. And to be honest, all the CO2 pistols that I've used, you know, really kind of low powered, but this thing, whew, packing a punch for a little 25 CO2. It really is. Well, that's it guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Stay tuned to the channel. That's your rack and load review. See ya.